Hi, everyone. This is Association Chair Tim Conley. See me looking up. I have another computer screen ahead of me that I'm kind of bouncing my eyes off of too. I wanted to give you a little verbal report on the August meeting. I'll try to keep it brief. I have some notes. I'm going to take things in no particular order. I have down pests. We have been doing some pest control. There were rodents. They were found. They were uh, dispatched, I think is the word. And we're working really hard to plug every hole. We decided actually to contract with a pest control company for rodent control, and they'll be in on pretty regular checks. We're going to contract with them. It's not a ton of money, but it's definitely worth it to keep things out of the units. Speaking of keeping things out of the units, we are going to reinstitute a traditional practice here of inspecting units that remain vacant for any substantial period of time. The rental units are people are in and out all the time. Nothing's going to get missed. If there's a pest problem, leaky water, if a bathroom fan is left running or something, we're going to pick that up with the rentals. But for owners who are absent, for units that stay vacant for a substantial period of time, the safety committee will be inspecting those for safety issues and just to maintain the building and to be sure everything's cool. They're in and out. They're actually putting together a checklist, which the board will approve. Like, this is what we're going in to look for. We'll key ourselves in, we'll get out and move on. So you can expect that to commence, I think, probably by October at the latest, as we head into the winter and the units are less used. Looking down at the garage fence and gate downstairs, the management company is looking for a chain link fence company that can replace some fence. And I think the gate can be fabricated rather than buying a security gate, which, people see dollar signs. We're going to try to have something fabricated. By the way, if anyone hearing this knows of any chain link fence companies that are willing to come down, do an estimate, and do some work on the coast, we have it budgeted. Speaking of getting contractors on the coast in our little Lincoln City town of 10,000 souls, permanent residents, we're still looking for a cement company that can come in and deal with the beach access, the unending beach access saga. Oh, Susan on the board has worked so hard on that. We really know what we'd like to have done down there, but getting a contractor to come do it, okay. We are dangling a much larger job in front of them, which is as you enter the underground garage and look up, it's the bottom of the parking deck. It's the ceiling of the garage. If you look up, you'll notice that there's issues up there. They don't appear critical. We hope they're not critical. We're gonna take a look at those and get some sealing and tucking and pointing and all that kind of cement language stuff to get the bottom of the deck in better shape. So it's better to park down there, safer. And let's see. That brings up the envelope report that we had done, which we're continuing to digest. You can see from the minutes, we discussed it again. We looked at some more of it. The facilities committee is setting priorities. If you have any inclination to want to help out, take a look at that report, come up with some suggestions, on what the priorities would be. And how to get some of the stuff taken care of here that needs to be done. Please join us. Give me a call. Give anybody on the board a call and say, hey, about that facility stuff, I'd like to see it. I have some ideas. Once we've gone through that report again with the engineering firm and have come up with a plan, we'll put everything out where everybody can see it, and we'll see what our priorities are. In general, the old building's hanging right in there, but it does need some attention. Much of which is budgeted for in the reserve study, some of which isn't. At any rate, that was the cement. Oh, painting is pending. Speaking of the reserve study, we are going to paint the building. It was suggested we change colors. That should lead for some interesting discussions. You want some fun? Come to the next board meeting and tell us what color you'd like Surftides to be painted. I'm sure it'll be an animated discussion. We do have fun. You should just, there's some people that were attending. I've missed a couple. I won't name names. A couple of people who are coming to the meetings. We miss your presence. We're always glad to have owners. There were half a dozen at the last meeting. Please come, just dial in, listen, be a fly on the wall. We don't care. But we love participation of the membership and the management of the property. We were trying to make sure that the rules and regulations are included in all of the rental agreements. We had a sense that perhaps not all rental management companies are making it very clear to people who do come to the property just what the nuisance rules. The dogs do have to be on a leash. Kids can't run on the deck. There's we have thin walls, it's et cetera. There's other stuff. One car per rental, one car per rental, not two, not somebody comes late, that kind of thing. So those are in there. There is no smoking in the building with next to the building, et cetera, et cetera. Owners are allowed to smoke in their own private property. Renters are not, and that includes well, since we've moved here, let's just say some people really like to sit on the deck, smoke their weed, and watch the sun go down. Not good. Just keep the smoke off the back. But at any rate, we want to be sure that that's in all of the rental management agreements. We know that it is. We had some conversations with Surftides Plaza Rentals, which has over 20 units here under management now, rental management, and they're very cool about it. People sign or initial when they park, they get another shot at the rules. It's very clear. I would like to think that Ocean Shores and Mikasa and others who are renting. So if your unit is under management by another rental management company, I'd say besides Surftides Plaza Rentals, please be sure that they are including. We're going to check. Our management company is going to check that the others are being very clear about the rules. So other than that, it's very cool. We've lived here. Your chair now lives on the property. It's kind of neat walking around, being here all the time, seeing what's going on, chatting with the management people. It's a pretty cool place to be. We hope that if you're even if you rent your unit all the time, hey, make some time for yourself, get down to the beach. Rainy season will set in before you know it. And but come on down and enjoy the surf. You can see that's me back there enjoying the surf, and I hope you get to soon. As always, bring any concerns directly to the board. We're very open to communication. Would love to hear from you and would love to have you participate in anything of the business that's going on here at Surftides. Best regards.